This is the 2011 370Z Sport Package with the EVO R High wing just installed. Just ordered it. Pretty quick response from the guy. Actually, I've heard some weird reviews about him, but you know, he was real quick with me. He said he'd get to the paint shop, and he didn't tell me when he shipped it, but it appeared here quite promptly, and I didn't rush order it or anything. Paint matches, you know, perfectly well. No template or anything, but it mounts onto the same holes. You can see where the holes line up from the sport spoiler. So if your hatch has a sport spoiler holes on it already, it's really easy. The only thing that's super hard is taking off the sport spoiler itself. You have to. It's got two or four. I can't remember how many. I think there was 4. Yeah, there are 4. There were 4 screws into it, and bolts, nuts, whatever, and a bunch of double-sided tape, which was a super bad pain in the ass. We just hair dryer an 80-pound fishing line and just kind of sawed through it. And then whenever we hit a like a pin or something, you're just like, oh yeah, you hit the pin, and then you just pop it out, and then yeah, and that's the way it is. Assembling the wing, putting the top blade onto the bottom base portion of it was probably the hardest part. There's 2 holes underneath there, and 2 holes on the other side, and you go in from the bottom, put the wing, you know, together. Yeah, and it was a pain in the ass to get it on, because you kind of have to bend the wing and get it just perfectly on. The holes didn't seem to line up super great, so we kind of enlarged one of them, made it just like a little bit bigger. I think just used like a 30-second a bit bigger to just kind of make the hole a little bit, you know, to make it easier, because it's really hard to see under, you know, into it when that thing's connected, because it's kind of, you know, that's a long way if you get the hole somewhere under here, and then yeah, it's a long way to do that shit. Anyways, but yeah, but as far as like the holes that were on the hatch and on the wing, it matched up dead on. You know, it's perfectly centered. Yeah, measured it, you know, right here and right here. Yeah, cleaning off all the double-sided tape from the sport spoiler was a real pain in the ass. It actually kind of scratched a little bit, but I used the 3M scratch repair kit, actually, because it was just in the clear coat. It wasn't on the paint really, and because the sport wing goes out here and then comes down, and so yeah, there was a bit of scratching happening here and all this gunk, and had to use a bunch of goof off and whatnot. But yeah, you know, super straightforward, not really any gap anywhere. There's a little bit of a gap here, probably 1/8 of an inch, but I mean, that's way under there. Doesn't really matter. You can see it kind of opens up on the ends compared to the middle. The middle's a bit more cinched down. The screws are probably somewhere in this area. So, I mean, the sport spoiler had more of a gap than this stock on the car. So, you know, it's not really noticeable or anything. Shut up! Shut up, dog! Shut the hell up! Hey! God! I'm gonna take a video. Yeah, but you know, did it all myself. No experience really doing body work. I do some construction, so I know how to use tools, and a painter too. So I don't have a. I know what I'm looking at when I need to make sure things look good. The middle pillar doesn't have a screw going from the coming from inside. So EVO R gives you this like epoxy with a bunch of gibberish written on it, and I just said screw that, and then just took a Loctite PL AX glue and just kind of lifted this up a little bit and just squirted a little bit of that in there, and it's a super gnarly constructive adhesive. I'd use it for landscaping, putting like blocks together, pavers and concrete and shit, so it's never ever coming off there. It's stronger than liquid nails. But yeah, what else? Oh, right. Most people were saying that they use two screws to put the spoiler onto the hatch, but I actually used 4. I just took the ones from underneath these things. I don't need to pull it off to show you. You know that there's screws under there. Or bolts. I just kind of shortened them a little bit. There's a part that's probably about 1/8 of an inch that's not threaded. I just sheared it off, and then there's 2 big holes here, and you can see one's kind of like straight on and the other one's kind of backing in. But otherwise, you know, good result. You know, it's stayed on there going pretty fast. I've had it on there for a week now. Or no. Yeah, a week. And it looks pretty good. It's first real... I mean, I guess you could say it's a cosmetic mod, but others would argue, you know, that's not all cosmetic. But everything else is just, you know, black plastic dip support wheels, no front lip on it. It seems like it makes the front of the car, if you look at this angle, makes the front of the car look a little bit short. So it looks like there should be a front lip on there. But yeah, cool. It's my first real posting anything other than the, oh, I just bought a 370Z post, and then asking about some other shit on this forum. So cool. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about installing it. Just comment, and I'll try to answer everything as best as possible. I know there's some, you know, some people kind of avoid doing shit because there's not really all that much information around, but you know, I'm willing to provide any information you need involving this wing or whatever. Cool. Peace out.